Hello all and welcome back to the Walrus Plays Brotato. As you may be able to see, I've been playing through a fair old little bit of it recently. I've been thoroughly enjoying the fact that I can play the game on my phone by using the backbone that I have, the phone controller thing, to stream Windows, not Windows, sorry, but the Xbox Game Pass games. Now, because of that, it means that I've unlocked a few more characters and have thoroughly enjoyed all the madness that I've been doing. This time, I'm going to give a try to the Artificer. Seems like an unusual one. Explosion damage seems to be its jam. So, let's try the Shredder. And I'm wondering if Shredder plus turrets, because he has a... well, the potato, has a negative on general damage. So explosive damage is really the only place that you can actually do major damage with this. So I'm wondering if engineering equipment such as turrets might be the better option for equipment-wise on this one. Definitely explosion radius, yes please. Okay, so we're going to have another one of them. We'll have a baby elephant for next round. So we've got a pair of shredders already. We're all about that explosion. Now, the other thing that I also want to specialize in is elemental damage, because the radius of explosion with this character gets larger the more of elemental damage that you've actually obtained. So this could be quite an interesting possibility here. I'm curious to see how large I can actually get explosions, because that would be fun. I'm also thinking harvesting early on is a good idea, as is engineering. Now, this character does suffer a little bit in that they struggle, well, I say struggle, they have a reduced armor bonus. So their armor is 50% of what it actually is. So if you get a +2, it's a +1, you know. Pretty simple stuff. Now, it's kind of entertaining as well for me, because the Artificer is one of those sorts of things that obviously, I think it's kind of based on the D&D trope of the Artificer, with like a bit mad, always explosions everywhere. Now, they're actually a character subclass I've never played, and actually have never let people use in campaigns, because unfortunately the players who I've encountered, at least, who tend to go for them, tend to be like, yeah, but I want a gun. It's like, okay, cool, well, we're going to make you have a gun, but you're going to have to actually deal with it, with how does it work? What's going on with it, you know? And I'm sure that will make me unpopular with some people, because I'm painfully aware it is a favourite of some. It's just not one that gels with a lot of the stuff I've done. And I think I might be just negatively impacting upon it, because the last time I ran a campaign with somebody who played as an Artificer, they were a little insufferable. But at the same time, I shouldn't cloud all of my judgments based on one player. So, you know, maybe moving forward, so when I actually do my next campaign, I'll have a look through and go from there. One of the things I tend to like doing is not thoroughly restrictive, but kind of giving some restrictions on what you can actually take and play as. Because some characters, some players I find, having too much choice makes it actually difficult for them when it comes to actually figuring out what they want to play as. So limiting it to, for example, the core book is good for new players, because that way you don't get overwhelmed with all sorts of extra nonsense that, of course, is extra books that you need to buy before you can even try. The other one that I'm keen on doing is I've done campaigns where magic is definitely still a thing, but some of the races aren't. So if I've done one where all elves were exterminated by the dwarves. So there are a very few rare half-elves, but they're not really half anymore. They're more like 100th elves. And, you know, odd little side ways of doing things. So, you know, wow, okay, I'll have a level 3. Automatically my brain goes, that's an epic, because I think of World of Warcraft for that one. But yeah, it's doing some restrictions is an interesting way of doing things. You can end up with some fun stuff by putting some restrictions in, but also I'm one of those DMs that if you've got a really cool idea, go for it. Of course, that's a bit of a weird side tangent there, but it's mostly because a friend of mine actually professionally streams D&D. She and I have been talking a lot recently about doing more campaigns together, because she does some absolutely fantastic campaigns, especially for newer players, and I've participated in a few of her streams where newer players have come in, and actually just games that aren't even streamed, to help people learn how to play D&D. We've actually done a panel at MCM in London where we actually gave a talk on actually how to do world building. So that was really, really good fun. So yeah, D&D's been high on my brain of recently, which I know isn't exactly a bad thing, because I thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, so now because my damage isn't really as big of a thing like melee and ranged, I think I'll take the Peaceful Bee and the Schmoop, however that's pronounced, because that might be quite useful. Now, I've only got 5 explodey things right now, which I know is reducing my explosion range, but I'm thinking if I can get myself, like, a good wrench for a good turret, and then perhaps a screwdriver for the landmines, that would be really helpful right now, I think. Because landmines are probably going to be quite a good thing for this particular character, because again, explosion. But I don't know whether landmines are entirely based around explosion damage, or if they're related to engineering as a sort of source of damage. I think they are related mostly to engineering when it comes to their actual damage. So I'll have a look when I see a screwdriver. Oh my goodness, yeah, so shredders do seem to be quite a fun weapon. When I first saw them, I wasn't quite sure what they did. Well, I mean, heck, when you first start playing, it's easy to be like, I'm not sure how this works. Talk of the devil, there's a screwdriver. So we're going to combine these two into another purple one. Let's re-roll and see what we get. Now, let's have some more elemental damage. I'm just going to double check exactly how much elemental. So for every elemental damage we've got, we get +4. So we've got 1, so we've got a +4% increase of size. Okay, so we're going to grab that. We're going to want the wrench too, and if we can get a normal excuse me, another basic wrench, then we might be able to get a significantly better one. There we go. Let's just do all the explosions. Oh my goodness gracious me. I'm not fond of the charging enemies because they are quite chunky. They do take a lot of punishment before you can actually get rid of them. There we go. Those shooty enemies. The other ones that I'm kind of looking at are... I've not really tried the Brawler so much yet. I gave it one try a couple of weeks ago, and I've enjoyed playing it. I just couldn't get very far. So I'm wondering if unlocking some of the extra, sort of like the equipment, not really equipment, yeah, the gubbins that one acquires in this game might help with playing through some of the characters. I've definitely found some of them a bit easier because of some of the equipment, like the Ranger I actually found easier because I happened to obtain a couple of the sniper guns, which were absolutely savage. Okay, so we'll have some regeneration. So this one was a fun unlock because the regen for the win. Now, I think we've got 20 health regen. Let's go for some elemental damage. Okay, Alien Eyes, again, that's good. Hang on, shoots every 3 seconds, dealing 1 damage, 50% of... okay, so Alien Eyes aren't going to be quite as helpful because of the minus damage percentage. So, that's going to be something I should be, paying attention on. Okay, so we've got 2 wrenches now. Oh my goodness gracious me. So we've got another option of another wrench. Cool. Let's just go to the next wave. Okay, we've got that nice health regen going down. Now, I believe I need unique tier 1 items to give me more health regen. So I am going to grab all of the tier 1 options that sort of turn up. Because, yes, why not? Of course, the now red tier weapon, or tier 4 gun that I've got, it allows me to just instantly always explode. So that's going to be quite a good thing for the Artificer, bearing in mind all the bonuses based on explosions. Oh my goodness. Oh, come back here, you. You need to die. Thank you. I very much am keen on getting all these drop boxes of shiny gubbins. Because even at the end of the day, if they're not something I'm going to use, or I already have, or just not that helpful, I'll just recycle it for more materials. I think Wave 9, where you get all the hordes of enemies, is a really good one for me at the moment because of all the explosion radius that I've got going on. So I'm feeling vaguely confident so far. One of the things I have found is I played through a couple of times with the farmer, and I found them very entertaining because I actually ended up with, I think I did up to Wave 30 with them, which seemed absolutely preposterous to me at first. Because I was thinking, hang on, how have I managed to get this far? Now, I'm risking it for a biscuit here because I'm hoping that I can get another basic wrench. I'm going to try and get more shredders. But, oh, come on. I want some more shredders. I want to do more explosions. Okay, yeah, so I haven't entirely given myself, but 3 wrenches, that's 3 more, that's 3 turrets, I guess. But as soon as I can get myself a basic wrench, then I'll have a tier 4 turret, which I'm not upset about because that'll be very useful. And again, that's explosive. But of course, I still want more shredders, so that's going to be a thing to think about at the moment. Unless, of course, I get like a tier 2 wrench or a tier 3 one. I probably only want to carry maybe 1 or 2 wrenches. I do really want to have lots of explosive equipment. And I think if I can get myself a missile launcher, that'd be quite good. Because obviously more heavy weapons is always better. Heavy increases your damage percentage as the more of them you carry. And going from there, essentially. Oh, lovely. I'm going to grab all of these. Blink, blink, blink. That's fantastic stuff. So we're grabbing more and more of the materials as we go. Now, one of the things I would like to put in a poll as well is actually, maybe at the end of this video, give an option for what character you'd like to see me try next, or ooh, speed capping. My speed is 0. Now, I haven't unlocked the character, which is if I get a negative 20 speed. Now, I wonder if I stack the shackles to mean that my speed cannot be lowered by, to 0, below 0. I wonder if getting minus 20 speed still counts. I'm going to give that a go. I think that could be interesting. I'm not quite sure why the damage is still sitting there being obvious. That's very peculiar. Okay. Oh, so I can still override the damage. Let's give that a try. See if I can get more damage stats. And see what happens. This could be interesting. Oh, this was a bad mistake. This was a mistake. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, grabbing bait and 1 HP off the bat was not a sensible plan. I am painfully aware I'm an idiot for that one. But I've survived so far. My goodness, do I feel very stupid right now. Not going to do that again. Until I say that I do exactly the same because I'm a moron. That is entirely how I work, I'm afraid. But we need to improve our damage drastically. So, let's see if we can get more damage ups. And I think the other things that we're going to have to try and go for are going to be a lot more explosive things. We've got too many weapons that don't do much damage. They're only doing like 1 when I hit something with them. Because the wrenches themselves aren't really a damage-dealing weapon. They are an accessory. They give me the turrets. Okay, so a propeller hat. So we'll recycle that. Now, let's go with the 12% damage. Ah, okay. So we're going to grab this. We're going to recycle this one. We're going to take that screwdriver. We're going to increase our elemental damage for increased explosive radius. 24% increase. That's nice. We're not going to take the lot stuck. Do I take the second bait? Yes. Now, I've already unlocked the Fisher, which you get for having 2 baits. That's another one that I do want to try and grab. I don't think you can get more unusual enemies. Maybe? I mean, I know that the Fisher has a strange one that they're free to buy the bait. So you could massively increase your damage, and also I think it improves your harvesting as well. So that's another one that I would like to try. But I do I know I'm trying most of these out on tier 0 to begin with, so it's mostly so I can get familiar with how the character works in question. I think ones that I would like to do now that I've completed tier 2, I've got tier 3 difficulty option available. I would like to try again with the lucky character on a higher difficulty, because I think that one I could probably do okay with, because they're quite unusual and interesting. And I think that's something I found fun, is when a character is a bit different, which, to be fair, most of these potatoes, they're not exactly the same, are they? Yeah, I'll take the alien eyes. So we're going to have some more damage. So we're reducing the damage deficit, which is nice. I'm going to have some more HP regeneration. Missile, increased damage and lowered attack speed. Yeah, right. Wrench. There we go. We can take the cyber ball. Right, so we're going to combine the wrenches. Now we've got only 2 turrets. Oh, heavy bullets. Now I will lose HP regeneration for this one, but that's still pretty good. Now I'm not going to combine... No, I am going to combine them, because actually the explode... Look at that, the massive increased damage there. So I really need some more shredders. I need some more guns now, because I've only got the 2 turrets. So I did think about it. The tier 3 turret is good, understandably, but the tier 4 turret, being that its explosive damage, I think is way more effective. Look at that, 149 damage. That's fantastic. I would like to get the Pocket Factory for the free turret every time you kill a tree. That'll be quite a useful one. And I think I'm going to... So I hadn't anticipated that some of the characters, you don't get the ability really to modify their some of their stats, because they have the debuff. But the Artificer, well, I can improve my damage. So if I can increase the damage a bit more, I'll be in a much better place to really just deal with all the enemies out there. And because of the increased damage anyway to explosive equipment, it could be quite effective. Okay, so we can take the fuel tank. Okay, so we're going to re-roll. I'm going to take some more range damage. That takes it back to 0. So, increased damage, increased range damage, minus attack speed, minus that. Okay, so we'll give that a go. So, we'll take some more range and attack speed and re-roll. Let's see what we can get. No, none of them are particularly handy. Okay, I'm going to see. There we go, I've got rid of that now. I need some more weapons. Now, I don't really want a sword. Like, swords are all well and good, but stacking the medieval weapons for extra armor, maybe. That's kind of a thing, but not really working with what I'm going for at the moment. Armor might be something I need to grab a few bits of anyway, because reducing the overall damage I take is probably the sensible plan here. But the thing is, though, we're on wave 14. As soon as we hit wave 20, that's when we're going to have the option of going to endless mode or fighting that one boss. I'm going to go for endless mode because, oh my goodness, look at the radius on those explosions. That's insane. Oh man, I want to see how far I can go with this and how insane I can get this. Because what I didn't realize is when you hit, if you do wave 30, you get 3 bosses to fight. And that's kind of hard. Unless you've got like absurd HP regen and all sorts. The hilarious thing was, I did that as the farmer, but I also did quite well with the bull, who is an interesting character. I think is probably the best way of putting it. Okay, so I'm going to take some more armor. So that I have armor 2 now. So powerful. Tyler, so he does based on my engineering. So that's good. What else have we got? We've got another wrench. I don't really want more wrenches, but I need something. What do I do? I'm going to lock it and I'm going to grab the peacock. So the enemies are going to do more damage to me this round, so I really need to avoid taking damage. But the extra experience might mean I will gain all of the extra levels. That's the same way I might try the mutant next. I've got lots of ideas for different characters to try. The golem is the one that kind of gives me the most concern on this one, because they can't heal in any way, shape or form. So you have to avoid damage, which I'm really bad at, and you just have to stack loads of HP ups to essentially not die, because the HP you're getting is temporary. mean, I guess it makes sense, being that, you know, bits are getting chipped off of you as a golem. It's still, like, scary in that it's quite a potentially tough character to play as, I think. We'll see, though. Ooh, heck. This is getting a bit sketch. Don't like it. Go away. Go away. There we go. So we got lots of explosions, lots of extra harvested goodies. Now we'll have some more HP regeneration. Let's re-roll that. Let's go. We don't want positive speed. We want negative speed, if anything. Well, let's go for some more dodge, though. 20 luck. Yeah, we'll have that. Okay, so we're going to grab the wrench. Re-roll. Well, I mean, it's another wrench. It'll do, I guess. Luck, dodge, lifesteal. No. This is an interesting one. Gain a material when killing an enemy with a critical hit. So I want to increase my crit chance, which is currently -5. What is my critical chance? 0, 0, 0. Absolute nothing. Okay, so if you've got... That's not great, is it, the hunting trophy? For me right now. But I should probably have a look and see what that actually means. So, crit chance. Let's have a look. 5% less chance to deal critical. I need some crit stack. I need to see what that actually does. Now, I think that one came from the crazy character, which really relies on criticals, from my experience on that one. Getting up the increased attack range from precise weapons, which was really good. When I ran it through, I did a couple of the medical scissors, which are precise and lifesteal, and that kept me alive, because the massively increased range that it gets is interesting. I found. Okay, so the armored guys are... I mean, they're still tanky, they're being annoying. Yeah, I do really need some other weapons, because I love the wrenches, but I want something else at this point. And because I want more explosive damage, and I really want more of these shredders, because if I can just keep doing large explosive damage, hordes aren't a problem at that point, because I'm just blowing them up. Okay, that's kind of useful. There we go, Pocket Factory, I wanted one of those. Okay, so we're gonna have some... I should really be sensible about this. Let's get some HP right now, because that's what I need at this point. I'm gonna grab those two. I mean, it'd be very funny. Yes, Grip. I am going to die. I'm so going to die. Well, I made my choice. I made my bed, and I've got to sleep in it. So, we'll see how well this goes with the increased damage on, because these guys are tough, and I don't like them. They need to go away. Thankfully, though, the slower bot will remove some of the potential hazards. But it's the being shot. I have a great ability to actually catch bullets. It's something I learned when I started playing Enter the Gungeon, not Exit the Gungeon, and The Binding of Isaac, that I was really, really good at walking into shots. There was a particular enemy in The Binding of Isaac where I would always catch a bullet from them, because they drop a bullet when they die, and for some reason I would always just run into it. The amount of runs that I lost because of that one enemy drove me absolutely insane. I'm very grateful for the high amount of HP regeneration that I've got going on, because that might be my saving grace right now. Okay, ooh, that was a lot of... no. So we're going to go for some more HP to try to keep myself alive. Yeah, we'll have that. Reroll. Okay, so we're improving that wrench. Reroll again. Increased range. Want to lock that one in place. You know what? I'm going to get rid of that wrench. I'm going to buy that. And I'm going to keep the metal detector option available. So we've now got 3 shredders for an increased range and explosion size. Still got a low crit chance. We need to deal with that. We really do. Okay. So that's kind of the setup I'm looking for, is maybe two wrenches, 1 screwdriver, 3 shredders, or missile launchers, other explodey thingies. Because that way I can then end up with a number of explosive turrets, which are also going to be good. That'll be increasing my explosive range and radius, which is excellent. And that's what I need, is a greater explosive area. It is high on my list of priorities right now. Now, of course, I've got other turrets spawning, because the increased engineering is really helping right now. It was definitely a consideration when I started with this character. Do I start with engineering tools, or do I actually go for my own personal damage? Now, I'm kind of glad I went for my own personal damage, because I know if I started with essentially our turret, yeah, I could do the first couple of waves alright, but it would get a little bit hairy very quickly, because I wouldn't have the capability, really, of doing as much damage as I actually personally need. Unless I just got quite a lot of explosive equipment. Oh, wow, 4 items. Okay, we'll have that, yes. No. Lifesteal and dodge. Yeah, what's... I mean, I'm reducing the elemental damage, but I'm going to give it a go. See how well that goes. Let's take some more damage. So we're minus 27, so it's not as bad. Okay, back down to minus 32 though now. A laser turret. Alright, we'll have that. Landmines, yes please. We'll have ranged and elemental damage. So now -3. If we can get a few more negatives on it, we'll see. Okay, we don't want the wrench, but we do want the plastic explosive. The thunder sword's pretty tasty, and increased crit chance, range, max armor, and a... Okay, what's my HP regen at the moment? Where's my fat fairy gone? There you are. Okay, we're -4, but plus 22, so we've still got 41. The Thunderblade is absolutely tasty. Look at that. I mean... It doesn't fit what I'm working for. But look at the damage. It's pretty saucy. It's a nice weapon, but I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take the Night Goggles for the increased crit, the increased range, and I want the plastic explosive for the explosion size, because if I can stack explosive size, this will get silly very quickly. And that's what we're after, is silly. Because silly is best. As taught to me by Monty Python from a young age. Which I will freely admit, I definitely started watching that when I was far too young. I think I must have been at 8 or 9 when I first started watching Monty Python's Flying Circus. I got in a lot of trouble at school when you start spouting out interesting Monty Python songs. It's not a good idea. But yes, it's actually one of the things that I do when I DJ, is I tend to finish with a Monty Python song. Always Look on the Bright Side of Life is a current favourite of mine, or the Spam song when I'm doing DJing of late. And, you know, it's one of those fun moments. Although I will definitely say not everybody knows the songs because of, like, well, I may be nearly 40-ish. So, it's not the same as everyone's sort of, like, kettle of fish at this sort of age, maybe. Okay, what does dodge cap out at? Is it 50%? Max 60%. Well, let's take some more dodge. I mean, a 50% dodge is pretty tasty. Now, elemental or engineering? I think we should go with some more elemental damage over engineering. Now, we're going to take that. We're going to take that. We're going to re-roll. We're going to take the toolbox. So we've got quite a tasty amount there. Any negative speeds? Okay, that helmet is the next one we're grabbing then. And I'm half tempted by the gambling token for the increased dodge, because if I can get up to like, oh, here we go. Oh my goodness, we're on wave 20 already. I don't feel prepared for this, so this could end very, very badly. Oh my goodness, my damage is not sufficient, is it? I'm really not chipping away hard enough at it. Okay, so we're going to just have to try and circle it and survive for another 38 seconds now at this point. Oh, that was close. Ooh, avoid, avoid, avoid. To quote Dodgeball, dodge! Just dodge. Ah. Dip, duck, dive. Something and dodge. Yeah, I shouldn't be quoting movies that I can't actually remember the quote off the top of my head. Well, I've not died yet. I'm avoiding stuff, so that's good. Not enjoying the amount of enemies still, though. And the low returns are going to be pretty hampering on myself there. Okay, so we've got some. We're going to take this for the increased HP. Ooh. Increased melee, increased range. Yeah, alright, we'll take that. We'll take this. We'll lock that in still for the gambling token. Another plastique explosive. That's good. Plastic explosive, not plastique. Okay, so the damage is only negative 10% now. So that's actually looking pretty good. I mean, 88 damage and with a projectile exploding on hit. It's pretty good. We'll keep it going. Hopefully we can get some other shredders and other explodey things. So I'm still trying to go for as much negative speed as possible now that we've got... we can't get slower because of the shackles locking that in. But I'm going to see if I can get the -20 because I would like to unlock that character. I don't know which one it is, but it is a character I still haven't unlocked yet. Okay, go away. Eat bullets. Now, sit down and stay down. Oh yeah. All the explosions left, right, and center right now. I mean, it'd be fun if I can actually get further than wave 30. I very much doubt it, though, because, I mean, I've completed the run according to the game now that I've beaten, very much in inverted commas, beaten wave 20. But, we'll see how well this goes. Now, one thing I have noticed is that I believe that your harvesting starts decreasing as you go past wave 20 and further. So we've got... So you got 85 at the moment. So, yeah, we'll take some of that. Let's see, what else can we have? Do we want some luck? Yes, yes, we do. Okay, so we'll have some increased engineering. We'll have some plastic explosive, and I like both of those. So we'll hold on to them both. Oh, that's annoying. No, if only it was a tier 3 one. Oh well, right, moving on. Okay, so we've got still lots of stuff being scattered around. We've got all the landmines, we've got the turrets. We just need to improve the wrench and the screwdriver. And hopefully we can also improve the shredder. Because we've still got a blue one, and I want to get... If I get another blue shredder, then I'll be in a good place, because I can swap that out and upgrade to 2 red shredders, which are just always explosive. And then potentially get the missile launcher, which I haven't seen yet, actually, which is a shame. But that would be nice. Another form of good explosive weapon. I mean, I could take a plank. I hadn't thought about it, really, but I could take the plank of wood if I get one, because that's hilariously got explosive damage. It's not a weapon I've used before, so... Well, not that I can remember using. I think it's kind of one of those weapons that's a bit like, seems a bit meh, but probably has a lot of hilarious usage. Which, honestly, the crossbow had that. I didn't expect it to be quite as good. Okay, so you lose 17 harvesting at that point, so that's pretty brutal, actually. Okay, so we got our dodge up to 60%. Sorry, 59. Can you get a 59%? Yeah, we'll do that. So that means I can probably not hold on to that one. This one's going to give me HP. It's going to give me improving my speed. You know what? Let's not take it. Let's take, however, the adrenaline. We'll take elemental damage. Okay. Just exactly what the doctor ordered. Boom! We have 2 red shredders now. We'll hold on to the wrench as an option. And we roll. So we're going to have... Yep. And you know what? Yeah, we'll lock them all in for next round. Time for more bangs. Because we have got all the bang from our buck right now. Because that's exactly what we have. Look at all that explosive damage. Excellent. And of course, by now improving my elemental damage, I improve my engineering. So, looks like elemental damage is king. For more explosive radius and more engineering goodness. Goodness gracious. This is fantastic. Excellent. We're still slicing through enemies. It's not too bad. If I can improve my damage as well, that would be probably quite helpful. We're near enough to 0. We're still, like, way better than I thought it was. And, yeah, we're going to... I wonder... I think damage percentage does improve the overall damage. So I think I'll have a look at the weapons and actually see if a damage object is available in the shop. And that's the wave. Okay, so with -14 again. Lifesteal minus harvesting. Yeah, right. This is going to hurt me a bit, but I will take it. So, we're going to buff up with a crown. Have a pencil. We don't have enough for either of those. Knockback? Nah. No. Oh. What does that do? The spider. I need to Get rid of this stupid damage thing off there. Minus 3% dodge, harvesting, and that's an interesting one. I like that. Increased attack speed for different weapons. That's cool. I'll give that a go. I'm definitely going to be carrying at least 3 different weapons, so 18% increased is very tasty. And we may end up with more different weapons, to be fair, which probably won't hurt. Now, who's the spider from? Is that from the one-armed? I don't think so. Wow, the explosive radius of the missile's launcher turret is absurd. That's great. I definitely need more elemental damage, though, because that's really where it's at. As I mentioned earlier, it's going to improve my engineering, it's going to improve my explosion radius, and it's just going to make my life easier. So we want more of it. Excellent. Oh, and the landmines as well, they're pretty explodey. They are shockingly large explosion radiuses. I didn't expect an anti-tank mine to be quite that effective. But hey, I ain't complaining. Excellent. We're still blowing stuff up left, right, and centre, which is what we're after. And we'll kill that one off. We'll still keep going. Now I can beat something in the face with a wrench and not feel too bad about it, which is nice. Okay, so range damage, range, and decreased attack speed. You know what? Recycling that. None of them seem particularly good right now. Dodge is already too high to care. We'll have some more luck. Okay, so we're going to grab the spider. And that's the only thing we can grab there now. Okay. So we're really needing more money right now, so let's see if we can actually focus on getting money. But the attack speed is good. As I learned as playing as the Doctor, the absurd rate of fire of the medical tools, especially if you start stacking rate of attack speed, it just becomes very silly. It felt very Team Fortressy. One of the medic's guns is essentially just hypodermic syringes just being repeatedly fired out at the end of a gun. Feeling very Dark Eldar-y or Drakari-y in that sort of sense from the Warhammer universe, because their guns fire slivers of shardy nastiness covered in poison. Because, you know, if you're going to kill somebody, kill them slowly and agonizingly painfully. Welcome to Warhammer, where everything is messed up. Okay. Still keep going. We've still got lots of enemies here. But the nice 60% dodge rate percentage chance is saving my backside quite a lot. I'm seeing all the stacks of dodge. Maybe riposte might be a good bonus if I get it offered to me. Minus 2% damage when you take damage until the end of the wave, but a flat 20% increase overall. +1 armor. Yeah, we'll take it. Yep, so we're now down to 59 dodge, so that's fine. Yeah, let's have some more damage. Okay, we're going to take the wheelbarrow. Do I want the wrench? Yeah, we'll take it for now because we need to get another blue one if we can. None of them strike me as particularly good. None of them strike me as particularly good. A minigun. I mean, it's good and all, but I mean, it's very much of the Burt stick gun. Maybe? But it's not explosive, so you know what, we're not going to go for it, because explosive damage is what I'm aiming for. Hopefully. Okay, so we're still blowing stuff up. I really want to try and get a bit more harvesting to try and improve the flat 8% increase after each round. But of course, we're still losing harvesting, so if I can improve it somehow, that would be very good. I mean, the explosions are pretty effective here. I wouldn't mind the relic that gives me automatic pickup of materials at this point, because I don't want to get too close to everything and just kind of want to rely on explosive damage just clearing the board for me, which it seems to be doing quite effectively, to be fair. Excellent. Still got more enemies coming. Still loads more enemies. Okay, so we've got... Oh, that was very bad decision. Thankfully, still got a good HP regeneration. Not as... Maybe not as good as I might need it to be sometimes, because the higher it can be, the better. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay, so we've got ourselves another -9 harvesting. Medkit. Increased regeneration. Alright. Let's see how silly we can make this. Okay, so this one's armor and engineering. Negative HP regen, negative steel. I've now got no no lifesteal going. But I'm going to take this because that also improves my HP regeneration. I'm definitely going to have that. Let's have a look and see what's my regeneration at the moment. Where are you, my little purple fairy? There you are. So we're only getting 26. We're losing 12. I didn't realise I had 6 red items. Oh, yeah, I do actually. Well, still HP regeneration of 51. What does that actually mean? Regenerate 1 HP every 22.22 seconds. We get 4.64 HP a second. That's pretty good. Oh, I mean, the bloody hand's good and all, but no. Because that's not helping me out so much. I need more negative speed. Come on. Minus speed. I think there's the stacked sofa that gives you a negative speed buff. I wonder if that one, if that turns out, that'll be a good one. I think that also gives you HP regeneration. But yeah, that'd be nice if I can get the sofa. Because that might take me to the negative 20 almost. I think it's like minus 12 or 15%. Which, I'm at minus 5 already. Allegedly. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Thankfully, the shackles have... You wouldn't expect a pair of shackles to maintain your speed of 0, but hey, it's working. Now, I've not really tried a very fast character, I don't think. I've stacked speed buffs to unlock the speedy character, but I've not actually tried really to play into that so much yet. So I'm curious to see what that actually would do for me. It'd be interesting to see how well it would have actually worked for me. So with the scared sausage, we'll have another coupon. Harvesting's only at 28 now. Oh dear, that's not good. Let's increase our attack speed. We'll have another coupon. We'll have some plastic explosive. We'll have a gentle alien. We'll have a broken mouth. There's a rocket launcher. That's the one I want right now. I'm going to sell the blue wrench unless I find another blue wrench. Okay, so again, we've got some more. Wow, I've got 4 other 5 coupons. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can get more. I mean, 1 more will be good, because then that'll be the max 5 of 5. Okay, keep it going, keep it going. So I need about 300, I think. Well, nearly 400 resources for the missile launcher. Once I've got that, then I can trade out the blue wrench, unless I find another blue wrench, which will then I can upgrade to a purple, so tier 3, and then to tier 4, which will then give me the 2 rocket turrets, which I'm really after. And once we've got that, then we'll have all the explosive nastiness going on, which is lovely. We'll have a missile launcher, which again, really cool. And yeah, kind of go from there, I guess. Oh, that wasn't clever. I took damage. Thankfully, the HP regeneration is saving my posterior. I'm still taking a lot of damage from places that I'm not expecting. Oh my goodness, bullets. Ah! No, 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 no. Go away, please. 3 seconds. Ah, keeled over. Well, I can deal with it. We still did pretty well. We completed the run, and explosive shells. That's pretty saucy. Lots of shinies. Yeah, didn't do too badly. I'm pleased with that. So, thank you very much for tuning in. Big thank you goes out to my Patreon supporters, because with you guys, you're always your gracious donations do make me very happy, and you know, they help me buy more coffee, and I need that to live. Of course, thank you very much. Please do tune in the next time I play. Be doing some more of Brotato, and I'm looking forward to the Stardew Valley 1.6 update, which will then cause me to start recording a lot more Stardew Valley. But for now, I'll bid you adieu, and thank you very much for tuning in. Hopefully I'll catch you the next time. The Walrus Plays Brotato.